Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday.
What's going on with you, Dr. T? How you doing?
You know what? It's a good day, Regina. How is the Queen of Carlos doing?
The Queen of Carolines always try to come out on top, right?
Yeah.
The Lord is with me
Come on. That's
every day,
scripture.
right? Every day.
Yes.
So
That's
whether it's
scripture.
up, down, in the middle, He
Yeah.
always brings me through,
Thank you,
you
God.
know?
I think we should pause to tell the Lord thank you this morning. Thank
Do
you,
we need to
Lord.
pray this morning?
Just thank you, Lord.
Do you need to pray this morning?
You want to pray?
You can go ahead and pray.
You know what? It's been a long week. And so if you're watching, you know what? We praying this morning. We praying for you and we're praying for each other. So
And we praying for your family. We
yeah.
praying for even your enemies.
Yeah, yeah. If that God will make them your footstool,
Yeah.
that's the word. The enemy will be under your feet, right? Because the enemy is under your feet.
Yeah.
But you know what? This morning, I want to tell people that I see you, I appreciate you, and I love you out loud. So, Regina, I want you to know I appreciate you, I see you, and I love you. And Santi, our producer, I want you to know I see you, I appreciate you, and I love you. And my family and friends, I want you all to know, I want you to hear it today from me. All too many times we don't stop and tell people thank you enough and to tell them we appreciate them. So for every person that's
Hmm.
connected to me, I want you to know that I love you, I appreciate you, and I see you.
So it all goes. The bottom line is that you need to make sure that you give people their flowers now.
Yeah,
Give them the
yeah,
love. Tell them. It's not. You might not always say I love you, but it's like, you know what? You got to show them.
yeah.
And then,
Love is an action,
well,
right?
the one thing what people don't understand is like we all busy, right? But if
Mm,
somebody call you and they say they need you, they need something, you
yeah,
gotta look at your schedule. You gotta
yeah,
look at you,
yeah,
you know, because you don't know whether it's the last time. You don't know whether they what they need. If they ask you what they need, right? They say,
yeah.
well, hey, I need this. Sometimes you have to look at your schedule and say, you know what? How can I rearrange and be there?
That's true. You really find out
You know,
who's in your corner when things
when things
happen.
happen.
Yeah, when things happen,
Hmm.
those who show up. And I had to do a self evaluation because I'm a person that gives my word
Well, how
often.
often do you do your self evaluation?
Often. I do them often.
Mm-hmm.
And I do self because that's kind of like a self check,
Mm-hmm.
check in with myself like, hey, are you mentally,
Mm-hmm.
emotionally, and physically well?
Mm-hmm.
And so I do check ins because I believe in showing up for people.
Mm-hmm.
And, and
But
sometimes I
the thing
think
is, wait,
people,
let's you've gone on like you always do, right? But let
yeah,
let, let me just engage in for a second.
okay, let's go.
So you all invested in everybody else, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
You're there for a
I
person that
try.
you
I
try
try
to
to be.
be, whether
Yeah.
it's a phone call, it's a gesture, or
Hmm.
anything. You're always there.
I try to be.
You know, when you do a self evaluation,
Yeah.
what does that self evaluation tell you about people, about things? Do you start cleaning out the closet and say, you know what, I need to peel back some pillars? Or I need to, because you have taught me that I have to understand that people are not going to think like I think.
Well, that's
People are
true.
not going to
Yeah.
do like I do. And
Hmm.
I can't expect that back from the next person.
Well, here's the thing. When you talk about self evaluation, that's really evaluating yourself, right?
Mm.
It's really not evaluating other people, but
Mm-hmm.
it's evaluating how you show up,
Mm-hmm.
how you present,
Mm-hmm.
how you come through. And so, oftentimes we are upset, we get mad because people don't show up like we
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We
Mm-hmm.
expect people to do the things we do, say the things we do, show up like we
Mm-hmm.
do. And the
Mm-hmm.
reality of it is that most
Mm-hmm.
people don't.
That's true.
They don't.
Mm-hmm.
And so, how do you respond when people don't show up like you want them to, is what matters. So, as for me, sometimes my feelings can get hurt, and that's when I have to do a self evaluation because sometimes we put too much stock into other people.
So how do you react? I mean, how do you react when your feelings get hurt?
Me,
Yeah.
I'll tell the Lord.
Okay. So your posture
Look,
changed.
I might
And
pout.
look,
I
she
might
pouts
pout.
and her posture
Change.
changes.
But you know what I don't do is I am very mindful now. So right, I'm mindful of how I respond. So I'm not as spontaneous as I was years ago.
Mhm.
That's why self evaluations are important, because it was a time that I would get mad. You would hear me yelling and all kinds of things. But now I am more seasoned and poised.
Okay, so look, see this? It's a pen, right?
Yeah, that's you.
She-
That's Regina.
no, I was
But you
gonna
know
say
what?
you drop him like a hot potato.
No, let me tell y'all about Regina though. So this is why I love Regina, because over the 3 years we have been together, I have watched her grow tremendously. I have watched Regina go from 99 in 1 second to 39. Like, she has chilled out so much, and I'm so thankful for that. But I know that growth does set us. And so even when situations come up, I love how you stop and pause now.
Well, you got to be able to turn it on and turn it off. You may give somebody what you need to give them, like cuss them out real quick, give them
Yeah,
some
that's
words.
your signature.
It might not. It don't have to be the profanity, the words, the cursing out. Let me just say, I'm not calling nobody a B. I'm not saying A.
True.
I'm not. I'm not using the profanity of the words that are disrespectful. Let's just say that. I am giving you some words from my heart that you don't mess with me. So I'm not using profanity, right? But I'm getting with you. But no, I'm getting with
You
you.
ain't using derogatory.
Right, derogatory.
Yeah.
Right, but then the next minute or next conversation, I can be like, well, thank you. How can, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to be able to turn it on and turn it off.
You know
So,
what?
and I'm very good at that now.
Yeah, and because you did some self-investment.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that is the word of the day, investment.
Investment,
And
yes.
so when I thought about the word investment, I put self in front of it, because when we invest in ourselves, it helps us with the rest of our lives. Like, it helps us to be better mentally, physically, and emotionally. And first of all, investment means doing something for you. Sometimes you just got to stop and breathe. Stop.
So
and
investment,
breathe.
how can you make yourself better? Right?
Yeah.
Invest in yourself. Invest
Yeah.
in maybe taking your career or your personal life to another level.
Yeah, or
Because-
health,
Or health.
or your emotional, like even your mental.
Right.
How can you be better?
Or do
How
you need
can you
to
invest in
or do you
yourself?
need to invest in yourself or call Psychology US today? Or do you need to go shopping and invest in your wardrobe? Or do you need to invest in your hair or your makeup?
Yeah,
You
so
know what I
the
mean?
personal investment.
So
right.
what investment?
Yeah. So I looked at investment, and the first thing that came up, vacationing, spending time with family. And something came up when I wrote vacationing and spending time with family. I said, make memories, make room, and make memories. And I want to stick with that for a minute. Make room and make memories. So sometimes we get so busy that we don't make room to go spend time with people. We don't make room to just show up, and we don't make memories. And then if something happens, then we're sad, like, dang, I coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Because we always put off what we can do today. We put off to tomorrow because we're busy.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things when I booked my trip to Florida, I said I did get travel insurance, right?
Uh-huh.
But I said I'm gonna make that visit because I want to spend time with my cousin who's I forget how old he's turning, who's having a birthday, right?
Yeah, good.
And he has some things going on in life that he never really celebrate. He said, well, I'll celebrate after I go, well, I'm just going to say it, you guys don't know who it is, but he said, I'll celebrate after I go to my divorce is done. He was married 25 years, I think. And I think they were together 27. And I said, no, we're going to celebrate you on your birthday.
Yeah, let's
That's what we're
celebrate
gonna
now.
do.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate now. Let's not celebrate in October or November when it's done. Let's celebrate now.
We can celebrate then
Yeah.
too, but right now let's stay in the moment and
Yeah.
let's celebrate
Yeah.
now. And when I said make room, sometimes you just have to say, no, I can't do this. I need to go and do that. Sometimes we look at our schedule, dang, I can't do it. I can't. Sometimes you have to reroute your schedule to make room for what's important.
Well, if you look at people out there, if you look at people that are on another level or they're just doing some things in the world, people have their trips planned out.
Oh yeah.
They have things planned out a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now,
6
6 months
months.
from now, a year from now. They have a calendar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if anything, invest in your time depending on what
Mm-hmm.
you want to do.
Yeah.
Small steps, you want to get to the big thing, but you got to take those small steps.
Yeah.
But let me just say, Dr. Z, let me just bring it around to investment in the car business. So,
Okay.
what does the word investment mean in the car business? In the car business, the word investment generally refers to putting money into a car or automotive asset with the expectation of getting value in return,
Mm-hmm.
either through appreciation, the car gaining value, generating income, using the car for business, or supporting business operation like purchasing inventory for a dealership. So let me just bring it back, peel it back a little bit, and think about what I think about investment. So when I think about investment, when it comes to someone personally, when you buy a car, you have to invest in it. Just like if you
Mm-hmm.
invest in brushing your teeth daily
Mm-hmm.
or getting your hair done, you
Mm-hmm.
have to invest in getting your car washed so it won't be dirty or nasty all the time. You have to
Yeah.
invest in cleaning your car out.
Yes.
It's like sometimes we clean out our car at home. You got to clean your car out.
Yeah.
Move some stuff around. Me myself, I clean my car out. And the next day, I put the stuff back in. I just move. I just move it over here, take it out, put it back in. But investment, and even with you think about, if you're looking to trade your car, you buy a car, maybe you want to trade it in 2 or 3 years, right? But you have to look at how are you going to take care of it right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Investing in taking care of your car.
Yeah, that's good. And like you said, you have to take care of it if it's a
Hmm.
vehicle. And
Hmm.
same thing with personal investment. You have to take care of you. Your well-being is the foundation
Hmm.
for everything else. So you need to prioritize physical, mental, and emotional
Hmm.
health. Just like with that vehicle, you need to make sure it stays clean because one thing for certain and two things for sure. When you take it off the lot, it begins to depreciate. So
Hmm.
you want to take it back when
Hmm.
it's time to
Hmm.
trade it in and turn it in. You want to get the best for your buck.
Hmm.
So yeah.
So I'm telling you, invest inside your car too, because too many times I get in a customer's car, and everything is in there, and they try to bring them on
Mm.
their grandkids or their kids. But I mean, you gotta invest in taking care of the inside of your car
Yeah,
or the
small daily
outside of your car.
choices.
Just
You
little things.
little things. You
When you
could.
eat, you
Yep.
may leave your bag in there after you're done, because I do it sometimes when I'm eating on the go. But you gotta remember to take that McDonald's bag or that Burger King bag or that salad bag, wherever you eat,
You know what,
put in the
Regina?
trash.
You know what? I have now trained myself not to eat in my vehicle.
Good.
I
That's pretty
used
good.
to eat in my vehicle all the time, but it irritates to have like stuff on the steering wheel and stuff on the side, and it irritates me. And I've
That's what
noticed
you
that,
call wipes. So you take
yeah.
your wipes, and you do it around your steering wheel of your car, right? And wipe it down. Just for individuals right now, if you're eating in your car and you're putting your
Get you
makeup
some
on your
wipes.
car, get you some wipes to
Get you
wipe
some
down your
wipes.
steering wheel and
And
wipe it all down.
and clean out the sides, the nooks and crannies of the car. Wipe it down. If you got grandkids, show your grandkids how to wipe that area
Because
down.
they're watching you. If you nasty in your car, they're gonna be nasty in their car. If you
Listen,
nasty in your bathroom or nasty in your room, they're gonna be nasty in their room.
I love my business first.
Well, they
Yeah,
are.
but do some investments, some self investments in yourself too, y'all. So look, I'm gonna leave you guys with this: inner peace and self care. Invest in your inner peace and practice self care.
Well,
That's from the
amen.
therapist. Okay,
Amen.
invest in yourself.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Master Baker Sierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 20.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's me, Tune Up Man, along with Joe Longhammer and Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at
Master Baker Sierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's me, Tune Up Man, along with Joe Longhammer and Regina, the queen of car loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
If I'm looking for a new car and I have $500, Regina, what can you do for me?
I'll take your $500 and turn it into $1,000.
But there's a catch, right?
That's right. I can only handle 25 of these deals each month.
Hurry before those 25 deals are gone.
Call or text 248-266-9875. I'll get you approved.
And we back like we never left. Okay? Yeah, so listen, you all been rocking with us, and we so thankful for you. Good morning, Auntie Annette. It's good to see you on the screen. Good morning. We
Good morning,
appreciate you all for every person
Did
that's
you call her
watching.
Annette?
I said Auntie Annette.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, okay, I didn't hear the auntie. Okay.
Auntie Annette, why she playing with me? You know,
It's my favorite. That's my mama / auntie right there.
Is
I love
it?
her. Yeah.
listen.
She in the crunches. You know how you got,
Yeah.
when I hear her voice, it's like everything just become.
I hope
That's
she
mine.
whoop you when you know.
She do.
Okay, good.
She don't curse, but she will curse me. She will get me.
Good.
If I ain't
'Cause
doing right,
sometimes you be needing to get a
I-
whooping.
I probably need that like once, twice a week.
Nah, you need a whooping like 3-4 times.
What the fuck? You gotta make this-
So what's up? So listen, we got some good information, some news you could use. Listen, this news right here is things that you need to know before filing an insurance auto claim. So let's get into it, Regina. What we talking about today?
So you guys, we don't think about times when you get in an accident,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't think about what we need to do before we actually file an insurance claim.
Mm-hmm.
And so my guy, Brad Golder, who is a senior managing sales executive at Abbottry Insurance, formerly known as Provision Insurance, gave me some tips. So one of them is to keep your deductible high.
Now let's talk about that because most of us be like, look, we want $500 or less, $250, but he's encouraging us to keep the deductible high, and he said $1,000 is typically the max. But let's just kind of talk about that because when it's time to pay the deductible, they want to take the deductible up front before work is done.
What the insurance company's been doing now.
Okay,
is,
tell
and I
me the
know
new
this because
things.
being at the car dealership, because customers are not understanding, is what they're doing now is that if you have a claim, the insurance company's going to write the check to you, or they're going to write it to who's ever doing your insurance, whether it's a dealership or company, whoever the company it is, right? So they write the check that the part they're going to pay to your name, or just say Joe Longhammer Chevrolet, right? Then whatever it is, they're going to minus your deductible. So that check will be short $1,000, or if it's $500, that
Okay.
check is going to be short $500, right? And the reason he's saying keep the deductible high is you think about it. That's how you keep your rate down lower. One, and he says it saves money and discourages filing claims, because if your deductible is high, you're going to think about whether you need to file that claim or not, because some people don't think about that claim might not be $5,000 worth of work, or $7,000. Which it just say not be between $5,000 to $10,000 worth of work. If your claim on your car, their damage on your car is $2,000, then you don't need to get that get your car fixed. You don't need to file a claim. You
Really?
need to figure out how you can do it out of pocket.
Why? Is it because it's going to increase your
It's going to increase your rates, but why are you going to pay $1,000 deductible and your $1,000 deductible and they say your quote is $2,000 to get your car fixed?
So you might as well pay the whole.
You might as well just pay the
$2,000.
whole $2,000 or work it out.
Wow.
And people don't know you can always negotiate. You can go somewhere and get 2 quotes on you getting your car fixed, then you take it back to the place you want to get it fixed and tell them, this is what I got over here. Can you beat it? I mean, can you match it or can you get me a little bit off?
Okay, so negotiation is the key too.
Why am I saying negotiation is the key? It's just being able to know how to follow a system.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is the one that really sparked my interest. He talked about keeping an emergency fund available for out-of-pocket expenses, and I guess that goes along with what you were saying. If the deductible is 1,000 and the actual damage is only 2,000, having emergency money, this helps so that you won't have to file a claim at all.
Exactly.
But I want to kind of talk about keeping emergency money because a lot of people that I talk to on a regular, they don't have money for a rainy day. And especially in the economy that we're living in with the increase of food, the increase of auto insurance, and then just bills being increased, period, they don't have money. So I just want to kind of talk about, if you're only making, say if you're only making $1,000 a month and your bills is $950, how do you really save? And so he says keep an emergency fund available, but every penny counts. So if you say $5 a week, I've learned this. Like there was Yolanda Fed, who's right here, and Miss Fed. I can't think of her name. I called her Yolanda.
It's fair or it's
Fed? Fed. I can't think of her name. FED. Lawanda Fed. She was doing a money challenge many years ago, and I kept doing it.
Lawanda,
Yeah, Lawanda, yeah, and her and my cousin dude, Robert Jones, they were doing this fund where they were saving money every week, and they told you how much money to put in this envelope, and I still do that. And at the end of the year, you save however much you want, but
I like
at
that.
the end of the year,
like
I
money,
was like $5,000.
But that's like money under the mattress.
It is like
it's
money under the mattress.
Money under the mattress. A lot of people don't think about this too, is that, if your job, if you have an HSA account or if you have, we call it the 401k or your Roth, remember that's money before tax.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you can maximize that out of your paycheck, or invest with someone, financial planner, that's pre-tax money.
Yeah, it is.
You have so much you can do per year that
Yeah.
you can do. So a lot of people are not, I believe in you get that money out before going to your account.
Yeah,
Have
I
them
do
take it
too.
out there,
Yeah.
put it there,
So you
have
won't
your
be
safety,
taxed. Yeah.
so you will not be taxed.
And so I like that too, and I'm glad we're talking about this, Regina, about this emergency fund because you made some valid points. There is 401k, but also in saving that weekly money, like the money a mattress, at the end of the year, you can take that money and put it in a Roth or put it somewhere else so it can keep generating money. So emergency money is important. So I just want to encourage everybody that's listening now. It doesn't matter if you have $5, $10, $20. If you save something, it is better than having nothing.
True.
Yeah.
True. So the next one he's saying is don't use insurance for towing. It shows up as a claim. It could be weighted similarly to a claim of several $1,000s for towing using membership like AAA or Pay Cash. So if anybody's out there doing that, if you're using your insurance for towing, you need a butt whooping.
I know.
You need to really be thinking because a lot of people don't realize how AAA membership for towing is very important. And then if you buy a new car, you have towing with Roadside,
Sure do.
with General Motors,
Yeah.
with Chevy, or whoever you buy your car
That's
from, what
absolutely
company, if you brand new,
Yeah.
you have roadside assistance. Also, if you get a warranty on your car, right, there's roadside too. Something happens, you can call roadside and get it covered if you need to get your car towed into the dealership.
Yeah, let's talk about this too. He said same for small claims like scratches, dents, windshield chips. So he's saying don't use your insurance for that. So if you have small scratches, I'm assuming that it's better to call around and see how you get these things repaired without using your insurance. Is it because again it starts off like it could be like a claim,
Yeah.
like for scratches and things
Totally.
like that?
So
Okay.
a lot of people say, I got windshield coverage on my car. Insurance. It's only $50, only $100, and maybe your windshield's going to cost $5, or maybe $4. It just depends on the car, right?
Yeah, but your
But
deductible.
it's still a claim on your insurance.
Yeah.
So don't be all hype. Oh yeah, I can put it on my insurance. No, it's going to be a claim.
Okay.
So I would call around because there's a lot of companies that out there that do insurance. I mean, do windshields. That's
Yeah,
inexpensive.
and they'll come to
You
your
know,
house
and,
and
yeah,
do
and
it.
it will do it.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing about where I work, we have all those vendors on hand. I wouldn't want you calling me, telling me you need to get this dent, you need to get your windshield fixed, because that's not what I do. But if you're one of my customers and you need some assistance, right? Then I can always refer you to one of our vendors to do. But you got to you don't just make claims, because what insurance companies do is that they sell you on every little thing they can get
Yeah.
to be able to sell you a package. So you just really have to be careful on that.
Wow. Let's talk about this one. Don't carry full coverage for a paid up vehicle that you can afford to replace. So if it's a vehicle that's under a certain amount of money, that means don't carry full coverage. Let's kind of talk about that, Regina. Is it because full coverage, once if something happens to the vehicle, you won't get the full value for it? Is that why this is here?
Well, you know what? I'm not sure why he exactly said that, but just my personal opinion, being in business this long,
Yeah.
I can say that if you have a $3,000 car or $5,000 car,
Yeah.
it's not going to, the insurance company's not going to give you much.
Yeah.
That's basically
They're not
what
going
he's
to
saying.
replace
So
it.
they're not going to replace it for the full value that you
Okay.
think it's worth.
Wow.
So why are you paying all that money for full coverage insurance? Might not even be worth it. And some people, they pride themselves, I got full coverage. You got full coverage and your car is 15 years old, got 150,000 miles on it? No.
Wow.
So you just got to be you got to be smarter. That's all.
That's
Just
good.
my opinion.
That's good. Okay. I know you got another point you want to bring before we highlight the businesses.
All right, so the bottom line is what you want to do is think about your insurance like you have it, but you never want to use it. You always want protection. Just like when, one day we're all going to pass away, whether you're going to go to heaven, you go to hell, wherever you're going to go in between, or is it in between? So whether you're going to go to heaven, hell,
A
in
or
between,
B.
wherever you're going to go, we all going to go one day, right? You got protection. Hopefully you got life insurance, right? So just because you got insurance don't mean you always want to use it. And
In that case, you definitely want to use it.
But you want to make sure that you have someone that you can talk to
Yeah.
and have conversation.
Yeah.
And then you can say, what if this, what if that, blah, blah, blah. And that's why I love Brad Golder so much, is because we wear the pros, we wear the cons, and we make good decisions together. Because sometimes I don't always make the right decision. He'll be like, Regina, I don't think you should do that.
Yeah,
And when he
that's
says
good.
that, I'll look at other ways.
That's good. And, Regina has given Brad a shout out. So let's just give you his contact information. If you are in need of some information, he's from Evertree Insurance. He's a senior managing sales executive. His direct number is 248.
No. Sell only.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
His
please.
cell number is 989-941-9191. Again, that's 989-941-9191. And this is Brad Golder. He's the senior managing sales executive. If you have insurance needs, call Brad.
And the reason I did that was because he's no longer in Michigan. He is in Georgia. And if you call the office, then he might, if you call the Michigan office, he might not always get the message. They'll just try to help you. And he doesn't matter what state you're in, as long as they're licensed in that state.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be in Michigan to help. When I call, he answers. And if he don't answer, I'm texting. Or he gets right back to me at a reasonable amount of time. If he doesn't answer the first time, I'm going to blow the phone up.
Yeah.
So that's just me, because when I need someone insurance, I'm calling for my customers. But I know we got to go ahead and we got to talk about a few businesses
Yeah.
this morning. A few things that's happening around town. So we have the donate new or used bikes coming up to local kids if needed.
Yeah, for kids in need. This is the Sheriff's Recycle for Kids with Sheriff Michael Burchard. So this is on Saturday, May 17th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Listen, they are looking for new or used bikes of all sizes. Bike accessories may also be dropped off at the following sites. So you can drop it off at South Old Woodward Avenue and Hayes Street in Birmingham. And also you can drop it off at the Department of Public Services Open House at 851 South Eaton in Birmingham, Michigan, from 10 a.m. to 2. So this is donating new or used bikes to local kids in need.
All right, the next one is Pontiac
Alumni.
Alumni Chapter Delta Sigma Theta Sorority is having scholarships taking center stage. Scholarship banquet Friday, May 16, 2025. Location is Auburn Hills Community Center, 3350 East Seaburn, Auburn Hills, Michigan. It's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. $45 donation. You have to RSVP by Friday, May 9th. And no purchase at the door.
No purchases at the door. So Pontiac Transportation Museum announces Phase 2 fanfare. This is happening on Saturday, May 17th. Join the PTM crew to celebrate what's new. So when you come out on May 17th, you can come out and see Phase 2 of the museum expansion. The original Phase 1 admission. There's a non-member admission. But however, this increases by Sunday, May the 18th. So there's going to be food trucks from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. There's going to be live music and special guests. There's going to be a PTM car cafe, and there's going to be a PTM Phase 2 opening festivities. All of this begins at 9 a.m. and it goes into 5 p.m. You don't want to miss this. Make sure that you check out this flyer. It is at 250 West Pike Street in Pontiac, Michigan. This is the new museum that's coming, so you want to be there.
Next, we have the Pontiac City Council presents the 2025 Pride and Beautification. Nominate a neighbor who has gone the extra mile to beautify the Pontiac homes and business. 2025 Pride and Beautification nominees are open starting Memorial Day weekend and ending June 30th, 2025. Nomination forms are available in City Council offices, city website, or QR code. For any additional information, call 248-758-3023.
Pontiac, this is for you. Pontiac, the heart of Oakland County, Men's Business Expo. Listen, men, this is for you. Pontiac Brothers United for Change, Buck. This is hosted by President Pro Tem William Carrington. This is taking place on Saturday, June 7th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Vogue Events located at 25 South Saginaw. For more questions, contact James E. McQueen at 248-758-3025. Again, this is taking place in Pontiac on Saturday, June 7th, 2025. Man, this is news you can use.
The last one is D House of Angels. That's Denise, right?
D House of Angels.
Is that Denise?
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
It is a safe space tailored to elimination of violence against women. No, it's not. Let's Stop Violence Against Women is May 14th at the Pontiac Library, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Light refreshments will be served. Kids allowed. Every woman deserves to feel safe, valued, and respected. Yet violence against women remains a pressing issue that we must combat together. dhouseofangels.org.
Listen, Dancing Under the Stars. You don't want to miss this. This is happening at Sunset Island on Saturday, June the 7th. The address is 7 North Saginaw Street in Pontiac, Michigan. It's from 7 p.m. to 12 noon. Trophies will be awarded to the winners that has the best cocktail attire. The ticket price is $75. If you are interested, tickets can be purchased at Pontiac Meals on Wheels.
All right. We had a great show today. I know we're
we
cutting it
did.
in half, but next week, who do we have?
I don't know.
We got Jennifer Dooley that's coming on, who's a new.
You can't ask. Listen, y'all. Let me just be transparent. I don't know what's happening this week, but we do have Jennifer Dooley that will be on next week. And go ahead, Regina. Who else do we have coming on?
Sierra Crudup.
Oh, Sierra Crudup. Oh, okay.
That's her Saturday.
So.
Okay, next.
So happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you for rocking with us. We had to leave a little early today. Keep us in prayer. And guess what? If nobody told you, we love you.
We
See y'all
love
soon.
you.
Peace. Master Baker Sierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's me, Tune Up Man, along with Joe Longhammer and Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
If I'm looking for a new car and I have $500, Regina, what can you do for me?
I'll take your $500 and turn it into $1,000.
But there's a catch, right?
That's right. I can only handle 25 of these deals each month.
Hurry before those 25 deals are gone.
Car